And joining us to talk more about his outlook for Google and more broadly the tech sector is Skip Aylesworth. He's co-portfolio manager at the Hennessy Technology Fund. Skip, welcome. Good to have you with us. So you heard John's report about Google. You know what it sells for today. It's had a very nice 9-year run. Would you buy the stock at this price?
Well, there are many reasons, too. It is reasonably priced at the current price. So to be specific, yes, I would.
And what do you think there's any chance that 9 years from now we'll be talking about Google in the same way that we talk about Yahoo? In other words, a company that has seen its better days.
Well, it's very hard to predict out the 9 years, but out of this category of large technology companies that we have today, Google is probably one of a very few that in 9-10 years will still be a dominant player and innovative for growth. So I'm very positive. They spend a lot of money on research and development and capital expenditures, and that's very good for the growth.
Skip, what about some of the other tech companies? They were once the darlings of Wall Street and with every investor and users, whether you're talking about Microsoft or Dell. What's happening with the tech sector? It seems to be limping along these days.
Well, these larger names, Microsoft and Dell, take those in particular, they tend to be geared to older technology, PCs and Windows. So it is, they're like battleships trying to be turned. It's a slow process to get them refocused on things for growth. The innovation part of the example. Apple's been a good example. As we think Apple is going to come out with things, you see the price come back. If we think Apple's not going to come out with product in the near future, the price has fallen off. So innovation for these large companies that is going to move the needle, it takes a lot, and it's very hard for the larger companies to always be innovative. So Google is a prime exception to that.
So technology basically has been, as a group, as a sector, has been lagging the S&P 500. But as you mentioned, it's a lot of large cap companies like Microsoft, Intel, Dell, HP, and even Apple until the last couple of weeks that haven't been performing terribly well this year. So take me off the beaten path and tell me some companies that might be a little smaller that I might not have heard of that you like at these prices.
Well, I'd be glad to. One is Alliance Fiber Optic. As a matter of fact, today it's split 2-to-1. This is a company that concentrates on the optic broadband world. Google plays in this world too, but they deal in the final mile to the house type part of the optic network, and they've had tremendous growth and innovation. Another one is Metadata. And metadata combines cloud data management and software and focuses on the healthcare industry, managing data for clinical trials, things like this. So many of the smaller names in the technology space that are innovative and specific product-oriented have had very good growth and hence good stock performance.
Right. Skip, thank you very much.
Last name, go ahead.
I'm sorry, we're going to have to leave it there, Skip. I beg your pardon. Forgive me for interrupting you. Skip Aylesworth, thanks for joining us, co-portfolio manager with the Hennessy Technology Fund.